Good morning, Sawadika. Grace here by Cadonia. So this morning I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. If you recall, yesterday was characterized by a rather unfortunate accident befalling another motorcyclist, and yes, by the evening my hands were still shaking a little bit. So that was quite the shock to the system, even though obviously I was the lucky one. I was the one helping, not the one injured. Um, yeah, but anyway, this morning I have an entire day of twisties ahead of me. And when I say an entire day of twisties, I mean this squiggly blue line on my map. We're starting at Loi in the east, and we're gonna cross all of those mountains and head up to that point which is marked as B. That's a place called Nampat, which is not a very exciting place to go. It's not somewhere I would particularly recommend unless you just need to sleep somewhere while you ride through these magnificent mountains. Now this route is only 230 or 240 kilometers, but it will probably take me about 4 hours to ride it because it's just so twisty and delicious. Now, in case you still have no idea where we are, here is a different perspective on Thailand, the land of smiles. You can see Bangkok is down there in the south. You can see my little twisty road, my little blue line is up there towards the north and really, really close to the Laotian border there. And so this should be lovely, and I'm feeling a bit better now. I went and had some drinks with some friends last night in Loi, so that sort of helped me to reset and get a smile back on my face again. And here is photographic evidence of that smile back on my face again. But I have to admit that even though I say I am fine now, I am still a little bit shaken up. So in case you were wondering why I'm only planning on doing about 230 kilometers today, this is the reason why. I am not quite feeling myself just yet. Having said that, come with me now and let me show you some of my favorite roads in Thailand. As you can see, the weather could not be more perfect. The air is cool, but that sun is warm and the sky is a flawless blue. Now, you might be getting sick of me talking about how wonderful the weather is, but it's very dependent on the season. If you want to enjoy weather like this in the north and in the east of Thailand, you really need to come in November, December, January, or February. Any other time of the year, you might catch it hot and smoky, or you might catch it really, really wet. Personally, I really enjoy the wet season. The temperatures are cooler, and usually the rain comes in big cloud bursts. So usually in the afternoon, and the rain will just thunder down and drench everything for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. So you just find some shelter and wait for it to stop, and then when it is all over, you come out and the rain has washed everything clean. Now, if you ride off-road, the rainy season can be a bit of a challenge. I always find that when I see wet red clay, I seem to spend a lot of time lying down. There are some people who prefer not to ride in the wet season for this reason, but I like to take it as a sign that I simply need to practice more. And there you go, another excellent reason why I need to go and ride motorbikes. One of the lovely things about this particular stretch of road is that it has almost no traffic on it. It goes through National Park for a long time. It's not a main highway to anywhere, and so most of the time you have the whole place to yourself. It also means that the road is not covered in oil and latex and all the other things that make it slippery in other parts of Thailand. There's the odd pothole or drift of gravel, but that's par for the course. Overall, I think this is a perfect bit of road to get into your flow state, into that state of zen that motorcycling can take you up into. Sooner or later you will get hungry, so be sure to stop by one of the corrugated iron shacks where you can get thin noodle soup called kwetiao. cooked over wood fires. And indeed, I think this kwetiao might have been one of the tastiest ones I've had in Thailand, which is saying something, because kwetiao is to Thailand what pho is to Vietnam. It's the food that you can always find beside the road in your village. If there's nothing else, there's always going to be kwetiao. Sometimes when you get kwetiao in town, you get these synthetic meatball things, which I'm not sure if they actually contain any meat at all, and I find them kind of dodgy. But out here in the national park, the only meat was that delicious barbecued pork you can see on the top, and I have to say I am a big fan. 10 out of 10. So it turns out I was right to plan a short day today, because as much as I love this road, I found myself being suddenly exhausted in the afternoon. I felt like I just needed to lie down and sleep. After having my post-ride beer, of course. And so, soon enough, I made it to town. I went down the street, I bought a post-ride beer from an old man with no teeth, and everything was great. In fact, better than great, because I got an update about the guy from yesterday, and it turns out he's doing okay, so that is awesome. Okay guys, time for beer and time for sleep. Stay safe.